Peace and good day. Shantae Worshamel here. Healing Chronicles. Today is about our thoughts, right? These thoughts are extremely powerful. Like, our thoughts are beyond powerful, right? And so we have to be mindful about how thoughts are popping up. We don't choose our thoughts. They just come. We have over 90,000 thoughts a day. Okay. Nonetheless, these thoughts are connected and impact our emotions. They impact our behavior. And most importantly, they impact our reality, right? And they impact our motivation, our mood. They have such a significant impact. So when we think about overwhelming stress or complex trauma can have a negative impact on the way we see ourselves, the world, and other people. And those automatic thoughts that are associated with those beliefs that come from complex trauma can make it very hard to be our best selves, to excel and achieve the things that we desire and that our spirits are here to do. And so it's so important that we are mindful of noticing and monitoring our thoughts so we can understand where they're coming from, resolve whatever that is, and identify how to respond to them and move through them so that we can shift the way that we are thinking, so we can shift the way that we are believing in ourselves. So as I share one way that my complex trauma of dealing with parents abusing substances, absence of my father, house fires, not having destitution, not having things like lights, electricity, and water, and things of that nature. One of the things that has formed for me was this idea that asking for help is burdensome, that I am a burden if I ask for help, right? And so I had to really identify how unhelpful that is, right? Because this idea that I have to do everything by myself and that hyperindependence that comes with complex trauma is not helpful, especially when we think about being raised as strong Black women or even just strong Black men, right? Because this is not only relevant to women, but it's very important to be mindful of noticing what those automatic thoughts and beliefs are so we can shift them. I'll tell you, having children definitely humbled me and allowed me the opportunity to ask for help and receive help. And it does require that I sit in a lot of discomfort and work through a lot of unhelpful thoughts that tell me why I shouldn't be asking for help or needing help in the first place. But I just ought to say that these thought processes, these belief systems are there because at one point they were helpful in helping us to survive. But as we grow and evolve and become adults and have more control over our environments, it is so important that we recognize what's no longer serving us so we can let that go. And guess what? We have a new moon coming, so we have the opportunity to use that energy to create new patterns, new ways of thinking, new ways of responding to our unhelpful thoughts, right? Because that self-compassion is definitely necessary. So if you are ready, let's look at some reflection questions to begin or explore your experience of hyperindependence. Remember to pay attention to your breath. You can always take long exhales and always pause if you need. The first question is, when did I first learn I have to depend on myself, and how did it make you feel? When did I first learn I have to depend on myself, and how did it make me feel? How do these emotions show up today? Third, how does hyperindependence serve me? How does it harm me? And lastly, what would change if I believed I don't have to do this alone? As you journal, pay attention to your breath. When you finish, I invite you to take deep breaths and repeat to yourself, I am worthy of love and support. If you need additional support, consider visiting our Sacred Restorations playlist for guided meditations. And if you've enjoyed today's video, like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.